So for the last 5 years, I've been hiding something from you that's been hiding in plain sight the entire time. Now, you know, on this channel, we use a lot of specialty tools to work on motorcycles. Well, this tool may just be the most important, and that is my motovan. Now the van itself is a 2016 Ford Transit 150. So this one has a V6 in it. It is just rear wheel drive. It's a medium roof and it's a regular wheelbase in how these come. And this thing is vital to our daily operations. We move bikes almost daily. Now, I acquired this van in December of 2020. Now at this time I'm working at my old single car garage, you guys remember, and I'm moving bikes almost daily back and forth between there and a warehouse, and it was very inconvenient. Well, at the same time, I was battling reliable transportation issues. I had my truck, which actually had like low pressure issues, and I had to like change the engine out in it and stuff. So I was actively in search for a good moto van, and I was looking at like Transit Connects and, you know, Econolines and Express vans and stuff, you know, and I'd had that conversation in passing with my dad. So sure enough, one morning, I look out the window and this is parked on the street. I had no idea. So my dad actually, out of the kindness of his heart, went and found this van. He got it wrapped for me. He had asked for like a couple pictures like months back. I had no idea what he was talking about, but it was a legit surprise. So he got this out of California. It was just a used rental van, as I said. And yeah, I'm super grateful for it. So it exceeded the expectations that I could have had for myself as far as what I could have obtained. Like I said, I was looking at a Transit Connect, something smaller. It would have still given me issues. So yeah, he actually surprised me with this thing, which is pretty damn incredible. So I'll always be very, very grateful for it, and it has been critical for the business, and that in itself is actually hard for me to talk about. But yeah, this is just a really, really awesome thing, so I'll always be very grateful for it. Usually there's motorcycles in here. Okay. So come on in. So in here, nothing too crazy. It is open as you would want. Has a vinyl floor in it. Makes it very easy for cleaning, let me tell you. Up front here, we have my wheel chalk system that I made. So I'm using 2 Condor chalks, and they're actually attached to a drawbar system that I made. So what this allows is front back adjustment as well as side to side adjustment without a tool. So that's pretty awesome. I wanted the flexibility of putting things in various positions here. So I actually welded a bunch of E-track into the floor, and that allows me to have this drawbar set up. I made these pickup points. I welded the brackets on the front of the chocks, and then you can adjust this and remove it completely in just a few seconds without any tools. So that is a pretty cool, you know, that is a pretty cool setup there if you ask me. Now, other than the wheel chocks, of course, there's E-track everywhere else. There's some anchor points, and this thing's just filled with tie downs. It's kind of creepy looking if you really think about it. And then for some privacy to add the creepiness factor, we have a curtain and a shower curtain rod. So we take this thing out of state, go to shows in it. I love going to like Barber Vintage Fest. I can camp in this thing. We shot a video I did in Arkansas with some riding, camped in this thing again. So it's really great for that. It's an awesome tool just for so many things. So up front here, it's a van. It's pretty basic. No cruise control. The shift knob here is getting a little bit kind of funky from all the oil on Seth and I's hands as we drive this thing. But no, it's been good. I got a little aux port and we have air conditioning and heat. That's all we really need. So this is a really good tool for picking up customer bikes. We do service work, and a lot of times we're picking up bikes that simply don't run, obviously. And so this makes it easier for the customer for us to drop by and pick it up and then drop it off. And it's very important that we transport their bike in a safe manner. This is critical for that. So as far as fun stuff is concerned, I have my sticker wall back here. We painted these panels, both sides. Got a little GoPro mount right there that I need to utilize more. But yeah, everywhere that I either visit or whatnot, I try to grab a sticker from. And so that's what this is. It's just a lot of fun. As of now, the van has 93,000 miles on it. It is due for an oil change. And so because of that and the recent partnership with Amsoil, I'm gonna go ahead and change this thing over to like a full synthetic. We'll get an oil analysis test and see where this thing is at. And hopefully we can prolong the usage of this van and just keep it in great shape. So in talking about it, it definitely makes it apparent that this really is one of our most valuable tools that we have. And it's really just been right in front of you guys the whole time. I try not to point it out too much, but it's in a lot of videos. So let's roll a little montage of some of the shots it's been in. Feast your eyes. Oh, we had some storms last night. Holy shit. Oh, what have we done? This is a 1973 GT 750 with a friggin' touring kit on it. How sick. Ew. All right, the van is officially packed. We have a whole ton of stuff, jeez. Now before I do the oil flush, I actually want to go ahead and get some data here. So I have an oil analysis kit. So this thing has about 95,000 miles on it. I've ran good oil in it, but I want to get an idea of the engine health here from the oil standpoint. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and draw some oil out of this, and then we're going to send it off, get an idea of where our baseline is, and then we can get some more data as we go to see how far we can stretch the oil changes out if we decide to do that. So under the hood, you will see a 9-liter Hemi. Just don't worry about that. Don't know. It's a Hemi, guys. No, 3.7 V6. This is the end of the Duratec line. I'm kind of a nerd for these engines, actually. So this is actually, I think, called a Hurricane. But anyway, 300 horsepower. They put these in the Mustangs for a little while. They're pretty solid engines. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this pump set up. So we have a pump.
That's not mine.
We have some line, and this actually goes in through the oil dipstick hole. And then we have a few cups to actually get our samples into, and then we're gonna send it off. You know, I'm getting ready to go see the doctor here in like 40 minutes. I might have to take a drug test, so maybe I'll give him this. And as Smashing Pumpkins puts it, cleanliness is godliness. So you're supposed to like use the line only one time, and then of course, you know, discard it because you don't want cross-contamination with the oil. So all makes sense. So what I want to do is make sure I'm not putting this in too far and scraping the bottom of the oil pan. So we'll insert it down to that line. Get a snip right there. So this side we want approximately right there. What idiot cut this hose so short? Oh no. Come on now. Oh, now it's got something. So we got a ways to go here. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of nasty looking from this point of view. Normally you only see the oil when it hits the pan. Okay. Doctor's gonna love this. Like, sir, you have problems. Okay, so we will go ahead and send the sample off, and whenever I get the report back, I will let you guys know. Okay, with the van up to temperature, we can go ahead and start our oil change process. Of course, you saw we took the oil sample, we have sent that out. We will hopefully have that data back by the time this video goes up. So now we have established a baseline to work from, and so any measurements after this will only be hopefully improved upon. So the oil that's in it has been in there for about 7,500 miles. That is the standard oil change interval for that van. And what we're gonna be doing now is draining it out, and we're gonna be adding some synthetic blend. So this is like a little bit less expensive. The reason is because it's only gonna be in there for a little bit. So as mentioned, we'll drain the oil out. We will refill it with the blend as well as change the filter. We'll run the vehicle a little bit. It's already up to temp, so we'll just get the oil up to operating temp, let it circulate. We'll come back and we'll actually park it, and we're gonna let it idle with some flush in there. And this is gonna help clean the rest of the stuff out. Now, the reason we're gonna change the oil first is because this is going to be trying to clean the existing oil in there. And so if it's just trying to clean a clean oil already, we're just gonna be working even better throughout the engine. And also with this, it's gonna be thinning that oil out. So we don't wanna be driving on it because we don't wanna put it under load and therefore potentially like damage bearings or anything like that. So it just says to idle for like 10 to 15 minutes, let it get circulated and up to temp, and then drain it back out. So at that point, we drain it back out and we add the full synthetic stuff. So the full synthetic went with a high mileage on this. So the van has 93,000 miles on it. Now for me, the high mileage is a little bit better for the application because some of the additives that are within this. So you guys know all of these old motorcycles, they sit for a long time, we revive them, and what do? They leak oil. A lot of times that's very true because the seals have dried out. That's just how it is. And so something like the van that sits for a long time with high mileage, we run the risk of starting to dry out the seals. So with that being said, the additives within that help keep them soft. Therefore, we're going to prolong the life of the engine and the seals, which is very important. So with that second flush, we're also going to change the filter yet again. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right, guys, we're under the van. I'm going to try to get a good vantage point of what we're working on, but let me kind of take you through some other stuff that has recently been done to this thing. Okay, right off the rip, you're going to notice all new ball joints, tie rod ends, the entire steering rack, lower control arms because apparently you can't get these bushings out, so that's fun. Yeah, so we have done quite a bit of stuff to this recently. You can also see we got fresh meats on this thing. So because it deserves it, in the last few months I've put just a lot of money into the van because this thing is investment and it really is one of the most important tools that we have. So it does look like there's a little bit of a seep on the front main seal, or potentially the actual timing cover. Got a little bit of oil up there, but bell housing area completely dry, which is good, so don't worry about that. I already have that socket on there, so hopefully we can keep it this way. If not, maybe make it improve a little bit. Wow, this seems like such a basic shot, but this took me quite a while to get the camera where it's at. Not bad. Just dark as expected. All right, we got the drain plug back in, and we have our new Wix filter on. All right, finally time to start adding some oil to this thing. And then to warm this back up, we'll go take it and dispose of our oil. Glug, 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 glug. I'm not sure if you guys realize how hard holding your phone upside down in your left hand, recording, keeping everything in focus, while also pouring a quart of oil steadily into a funnel is with your right, all while watching both. It's really hard, okay? There we have it.
A few moments later.
Okay, the van is up to temperature. We've ran this thing for a few miles. So now it's time to add the engine and transmission flush. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start this thing up, set a timer for 10 minutes. 4:27, that's a good number. All right, it's been 9 minutes. All right, it has been 10 minutes. Shut down, now we drain it and fill back up.
Ooh, that's hot.
It's shooting so far out. It's thin. Indeed. I know what you guys are thinking. Oh, back in the day, we used to bathe in hot oil. Okay, with that draining, I'm going to go ahead and pre-lube the new oil filter with the good oil. So yes, I'm pre-filling my oil filter. You don't have to if you don't want to. I know there's going to be some people in the comments arguing about like, oh, you don't need to do that or whatever. I'd rather do it and not need it than need it and not do it. So doesn't hurt anything by pre-filling it, you know? Remember, folks, before you twist it, wicks it. It was facing right at you, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
You would think I planned that. Okay. You know, a real man would have just let the oil soak into my clothing. You know, it just laid here, and then you would just throw your clothing away, you know.
You're supposed to marinate.
Yeah, that's how a real man would have done it. You know, we're soft, Seth.
Oh yeah, we're the soy boys.
Yeah, we're the soy boys, apparently.
But wouldn't that mean we would marinate in it because soy sauce?
You make points. All right, get this filled up and we will be done. Damn.
Judging it or anything. Crap out of your finger.
Ah, God. Ow. I hit the edge. That usually works. Ah.
Oh, this is that easy.
I just had to hit it with my purse. Ow. We're such soy boys. Whew. I almost missed the funnel. Glug, 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 glug. You put the drain plug in, right?
I did. Yeah, we're good.
Whoa, oh boy. I have in fact never done this before. This is my first rodeo. Okay. It's done.
It's not.
Oh.
Caps are on.
We don't need no caps.
I'm gonna leave it off so you can lubricate your engine bay appropriately.
Oh, it's turning black. Oh no. Oh,
What did we learn today?
that one's not gonna be a fun story. Well, I know this was a little bit different of a video than normal, but we love this van and it is a critical tool for getting this work done and having these adventures. So the van is ready to go. We kind of cleaned it out today, and as of now, it's packed up, ready for another adventure, which is going to take place tomorrow. So definitely be excited for this one. We're gonna have a blast. I'm excited about it, so keep an eye out for that upcoming video, as well as many others that I'm working on. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Check out the links in the description. Check out Clovis Lubricants as well as Amsoil. I'll have both of those links below, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.